Hello everyone, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you again for watching this video channel. Okay, this is YouTube and some TikTok video. Okay, so today we are going to say or to share about the topic on variables in Python. Okay, if you remember what we have learned in the previous video, we talked about the using of input, input variables, sorry, input function. So in this case, for example, if I type input hello, what is your name, and then I click press run. So this is the uh, console will be printing, so they will be asking the input, so I put my name there and then it stopped that way, right? So for today's session we are going to talk about how about if we introduce another function, we call it variables, another information, we call it a variable. So in this case, if I want to include these input values, this value into one uh, name. So in this case, I will put a name as the uh, variables. We call it this name as a variable, and then this input is the value. Okay, so we will still get the same results. Okay, right? Oh, sorry, it's not this way. It should be that way. This one. Okay, should be the same result. So nothing happened, right? And actually we can and then we want to print, actually by having this information we can print the input that I have entered previously, such as I will use the print function and then I will print the name variable, right? So when I type my name, oh, again, sorry, right, if I type my name in the console and then I just press enter, so the name will be printed, right? And then if how about if I change this input into the actual name there? Okay, for example, I change name into Jack. Should be no parenthesis there, and then yes, get this information. So you will get the Jack name will be printed, right? And then from here, how about if I type another, I'm using the same variable, which is name, and then this time I really put up my name, Shirwan. Okay, and then I print, I want to print this Shirwan as well, print name, right? So what we'll see, can it be printed? So you can see, yeah, both of Jack and Shirwan will be printed. So what is the implication of this one? The implication is we can use, sorry, we can use this previously code. For example, we want to get an input. All right. So if you think again, there is an input there with one syntax, and then there is a second parenthesis for the second syntax, and then the last one is okay. Again, this is the syntax. The first one is correct, and then this is the syntax for input, and then the last syntax for parenthesis is another parenthesis, right? So for example, here, if I want to get an output, so Jack Sharon will be printed, and then what's your name, and then I will put the answer there, and then it will print 7, right? Correct. So actually this one can be simplified using the variable function. For example, what can I do? I can state at the first place I'm using name as the first variable. So what I can get, I will take the input here as the value for the name variable. And then I will develop another variable by using the len function. So again, on the name, for this one, I create name variable and then I use the input function as the value. The second part is I create a length a variable. In this case, I'm using the len function to calculate how many variables are in the input given from this question, right? So in this case, if I have len and I want to print I want to calculate how many alphabets are there in the name. So I will use the len function where name will be used here. The name variable will be selected, and then this time I want to print the length. So I will use the length function. Right? So let us delete this one and we get the same answer. Okay? Cursor should be there. Enter. So yes, you will get the 7 for me value from how many length how many alphabet is there are there in the name that we input by the input variables, by the name variable, sorry. Right? So I think that's all. See you in the next video. Keep learn on coding so that you can improve and then face the challenge of 100 days of coding. Okay, bye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.